Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, now Wednesday, number 12 day for this month for April 2023. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, Mr. No Koni, Ambazonian FBI. Una welcome to our daily podcast, a program where they bring una the truth, where they bring una fact-based analysis for help we as we work out for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Good people of Ambazonia, we start today for inside the great state of Momo, as La République du Cameroon as predicted. They ran the commot, they come out with the atrocity them. We would answer the same for inside Ngwakam, for inside Mba, for the great state of Bui. But before that, the announcement for my resignation from the Ambazonian Governing Council positions, it can be carried out by all media houses, especially for inside Ambazonia, for FM. For radio stations, they announce and say Capo Daniel, he don't resign for the struggle. They need to talk and say Capo Daniel, he don't resign for AGOFC. I want to tell our people them for use this opportunity for educate ourselves about the manipulation for the media. We know say for inside Cameroon and for an extent for inside Ambazonia, the Cameroon government they pay journalists them for the most time. When they get press conference, they want to go back, they give every journalist small envelopes. Journalists, the way they need to support La République, they are lying for the most part, they call them say na Amba journalists them. They discriminate against them, they harass them, they torture some of them. Some of them they end like wazizi. So we know say for the most part, the journalists them for that country, they not be free. But they need for do patriotism and for be honest when they do their reporting. As I always talk, the revolution shall not be televised. That means say newspaper them, journalists them, they don't go ever talk about the revolution, but real revolutionaries should speak out for the revolution. I want to make our country people them, they ask them for themselves, say, before that journalists them for radio, they want come for talk. Even Coco journalists, where they talk for inside Bamenda, they say Capo Daniel, he don't resign for the struggle. They want know say I don't resign, they know na for Usai. If they be here now for the video where I be make them, nobody I be explain them for them say I come on not only for the position where I be get them for inside the Ambazonian Governing Council and the ADF. It no mean I say I don't leave the struggle. If they be talk say them be here, say I don't resign now for the later when Dr. Chua Yaba be put them for aside. No be you also talk say thank you, say Capo Daniel he go to continue for the do activism like how he be the do am before. So make una ask una self, say how come journalists them, people the way that they're supposed to educate the masses, they go to see all these things them so take them, cover them, begin the lie for mischaracterize them. Now for tell una say these journalists them, many of the time when they talk, they want try for help La République for sympathize, for appease with their paymaster them, for talk something where it will show say they want bring down this struggle. Their talk and their story, it only go for the negative side for show say struggle they can die, even when struggle is strong. As we do so for inside Ambazonia, we know say Ambazonia, it don't liberate 80% of our territory. This liberation, it don't mean that say we control them like how man it control a house. It mean that say we don't drive La République du Cameroon, their SDOs, their DOs, their so-called mayors, senators, and all these people, they don't drive them. They don't get administrator for 80% for our land. So we control them statically and dynamically. That means the area then the way Ambazonian forces them, now them be in charge, now they give the law, now they enforce the law. Why the journalists them nearly talk all this kind of talk? They only make them, they talk only about chaos, only negative stories, to make some people their mind, they think say La République the win, way La République the loss. La République they keep people that picking them, carry and put them for road. Talk say na Ambazonian fighter when a student them for university. They need to come out, they talk the one clearly for our people. Fellow Ambazonians, if you hear my voice for any corner of Ambazonia, you need to know how they use media for manipulate people. Even time where America be the fight for their freedom. Malcolm X, if he talk, say the media, it go make them meet the people the way they live for slavery. Meet and turn begin worship their slave master. They look and say na something. When nothing, no day. So our people they need to be very conscious about the manipulation of the media. Me, una own countryman, Capo Daniel, All the time when I hear from my voice, when I never ever hear someone day I talk lie. If I make mistake, I go come correct them for una. The people the way they attack me in La Republic, when they see them every day, and they are one the way they don't pay them. And when they come for attack me, they use now only lie. Now for sure, now say na darkness people, and we go win. I stand for this truth, and I will always remain for the truth. I stand for my people, and I will always defend the interest and make sure say me this struggle it come out with an outcome where you go benefit na the public interest. Even I resign for one organization, it no mean I don't take that organization at throw for water. It no mean so. I go still support them. I go support all Ambazonian forces. But I don't there for position where I go to talk like a neutral person way it don't take side now with Ambazonia because you never be neutral in the middle of a war. I go support now the liberation. We need to know that there is a difference between the liberation and the various organizations. Now, why that we talk about the leader of Ambazonian War of Liberation. War of Liberation no be saying an organization. It means say na the champion our fight for give inspiration for fight and na the lead all the action them for fighting, to provide the weapon them and all those type of things. So I am also still there as the spokesman of the Ambazonian Liberation War. In the same like. So we are still there. We will fight for our people. We have paid enough price, sacrificed enough price. People have paid the ultimate price, and we will never give up for our freedom. This is the time for our freedom. This is the time for Ambazonia. So fellow Ambazonians, for go back for the thing the way they happen for the international community. La République du Cameroon, the colonial list, their financial head, when I head their bank for inside Yaoundé for Biak, they recall the man Alain Ousmane May. He don't get meeting with the International Monetary and Financial Committee where it take place for inside America. He don't meet up the head for America, their central bank, where they recall in Janet Yellen. For inside their discussion with the engaged meeting, La République du Cameroon, they apply say me America, he come back, he can't put them back for that thing where they help them for me poor country they say good for America. When I remember say Donald Trump administration, he be cut off Cameroon for AGOA. AGOA na some treaty way America they help poor country them for Africa. Me they say they think them for inside America so that they could make money because of the atrocity way Pobia they do them for inside Ambazonia and the war crimes and way Cameroon they commit them. Donald Trump he be decide for sanction Cameroon by removing Cameroon from not enjoying the privileges for being in this very treaty. La République du Cameroon, their Minister of Finance, it discuss say na time for America for bring them back for day. The American government representative, he talks say they go listen for La République du Cameroon their case. Donald Trump, time we be sanctioned La République for 2019, if he talk say, I quote, persistent gross violation of the internationally recognized human rights by the Cameroon security forces have led the American government to sanction La République by imposing them and kicking them out of these privileges. For the side for America, the head for America, their bank, Madam Jelen, it talk say, all things the way the Cameroon government it don't talk, America go look them in a very transparent manner and go see how it go solve the issue regarding the request where La République they don't make them. Fellow Ambazonians, now a very good opportunity for America, for Ambazonia and the way they for America for reach out for the government of America through their various senators and their own legislatures, the way they represent them, for report say La République they see continue for kill our people them and they don't deny for negotiate for Ambazonia in any substantial manner. We must raise this issue. I will be sending an official letter, the first letter that will be dispatched by the organization which I have registered. The registration process is just about to complete, but I'm going to do so urgently. I will be sending an official letter to the United States government, to the office of Mrs. Yellen, to remind them that the same thing that caused Donald Trump to impose this sanction against La République is still going on and is even going on even in a greater state with more impunity. We will cite all the cases of human rights violation, including the killing of students displaying their dead bodies in Buea, as though they were Ambazonian combatants. This is why we are advising all Ambazonians to keep record of all Cameroon crimes and to report them. Get their number register all these human rights violations so that the world should know what we are going through. Why die in silence? Take the risk, gather evidence so that we can fight for justice for Ambazonia. In other development, the United Kingdom, their Minister for Development and Africa, Honorable Andrew Mitchell, when also the MP for United Kingdom, he then returned back for United Kingdom following a 2-day visit for inside La République du Cameroon, where they talk about the United Kingdom, their support for La République du Cameroon financially. The United Kingdom, it then been the key donor, where then they offer money for help, humanitarian work them, including the various NGO, the way they work for inside Ambazonia, including the World Food Program. The British minister also reveals, say, the British government be also big sponsor for part of the roadway La République struggle for construction between Douala and Yaoundé. They also visit the site. This one, it shows say La République du Cameroon, get money even for build their own road. All things na for beg and na for beg. So we'll be very happy as well, say the minister for the United Kingdom. He also get a visit with the International Committee for Red Cross. Now the organization, this way they for Ambazonia, where they really help people them where they suffer for the crisis, where they ongoing, and they don't always be very fair from all their report them what they see for the United Nations, and the one the way they publish them, it always reflect the atrocity them in a very fair manner. So be very happy say that mean we will continue for the appeal for the British government, where they plan for deepen their investment or for consider so with La République du Cameroon for stop them and for remind them. It be up to us Ambazonian for make our case against Cameroon and for remind the Western powers them about the atrocity where La République is committing for inside our territory. The British minister, make mention about any conversation with the top butcher of our people, Pobia, but he pay a visit according to the release from the office with Diongote, the lapdog of Pobia, where he discussed in depth about the Ambazonian conflict. And he call and encourage La République du Cameroon to engage in meaningful dialogue according to the statement where he then released from the office. The minister say in discussion with Diongote, it be focused primarily about the war for Ambazonia. Back to Ambazonia, La République du Cameroon, their forces them where they then they fight for try for attack Ambazonia them for inside the great state of Bui. They then they round down the conflict between our forces and them. It then they go down. We means they then they come out and the one come out them born places them for inside Mba as we be done talk them. For inside the great state of Momo, the same thing it happen as they then wait for day for over 3 weeks, get refueled, get reloaded, get rotated. They then begin be frustrated, so they never be able to kill any significant Ambazonian fighter. La République du Cameroon, they know very well. So when the longer they stay for inside our liberated areas, those areas we call liberated areas are areas that sometimes have Cameroon military posts. But those posts are usually barracks where the Cameroon military do not go out of their bunkers. They are bunkered down. They don't have the ability to do patrol because they know if they go out for patrol, our forces are going to arrest them. So those are areas we call liberated areas. Some people will wonder sometimes, why are these people there is a Cameroon barracks there? No. Liberated areas are areas where the Cameroon military may have presence, but are bunkered down and are unable to go out and do patrol. So they know when they go out of their bunkers, like they have done, they cannot stay for long because it is just a matter of time that we are going to master their movement, look at their weaknesses and pick them up one by one. So they are now going back. They have come into Ashong, according to information we have having from our people back in Ashong. They have arrested, round up people from farms, houses, and those who stayed behind along roads and take some of them to Bamenda, and they are demanding for ransom. According to publication from media houses, over 60 Ambazonians from Ashong were rounded up by Cameroon military without any cause and are being demanded to pay ransom. We are still trying to work with the community to find out the exact number, but the number we expect will be higher than what have been published on the mainstream medias. Fellow Ambazonians, I still get a lot of inquiry about my endorsement for the Mr. Mukwele Liongo, a petition where I make him say they make a petition. I don't talk say I endorse him, na a good idea. And some of our people, they concerned, they ask me, say, it means say this one, Naigo can give you independence. As I began talk from a previous publication, there are many ways to bring down an elephant. 1,000 cuts can bring down an elephant. So if Ambazonians them, then get any way they fit do something for save our country, now for support them. Maybe only for say you only one way, only the way for gun. Gun alone cannot free us, but gun is the primary way. It means say we get priority, but we must use everything possible. So Mr. Luyonga initiative will be very good. Like I talked, there are many claims that he made that I believe are wrong, but nevertheless, it is something that people should support. It will not cost you anything to support it, but there is always a danger when our people are deceived or given half information or are given exaggerated hopes. Because if you hope on something, your hope is false, then you also have heartbreak at the end. So to shield our people, that is why I explained the shortcomings of the petition, which I will still do it again today. But this does not mean that I do not support it. I support it, but I want to just point out the flaws in it, so that make some person not feel say na whole basket that. I hope una get the point. The first thing where he outstand for that petition, now say he talks in at the United Nations, talks in me make petition, and he also talks in at the UK government to an extent. All this one will be impossible. No government officially can advise somebody to make a petition against it. They will never tell you or make a request for anybody to make petition and demand that you need a quorum or some amount of people then for do so. That one na your own right for do am. The government they not go give you legal advice. Neither would the United Nations give you legal advice on the ramification and the need for you to have a lot of people behind you. Perhaps the Mr. Luyonga be use this one just like his own way for motivate people them. But we need to still be very careful and just know the truth. It's just simple, just tell the truth and we will support it. It is a good initiative. The wordings for the petition as well is not accurate, because it petition the United Kingdom, say me then revoke a treaty. You don't revoke a treaty based on international instrument of law. You can only denunciation of a treaty. There is nothing like revoking a treaty, which is maybe the meaning is the same, but when you write a petition, the wordings must be perfect. Does it mean that the aim of the petition is just to revoke that treaty? No, it's also a statement that can raise our issue. So it does not really matter for me. Just because I say that I endorse it does not mean I say that it is perfect. I'm endorsing it because it is okay. So our people have to know that. They claim that he also made that the British government have a treaty with La République du Cameroon is also not true. From all indication, from all research work, from all publication made by the British government, there have been no treaty. Treaties are always registered with governments and not private issues. So a treaty can be tracked. But we know that the Republic of Cameroon had an understanding between the French government and the British government due to their alliances against the Russians during the period where Ambazonia was fighting for her independence. It was due to an understanding that the transfer was made to La République du Cameroon, and the intention was there, but there was no treaty. That one we are sure. So despite all this flaw, it is still a very good initiative. People should participate and let him have a chance to make the case wherever he wants to make the case. And it will also demonstrate that Ambazonians are engaged for their struggle. We can protest. It is just like a protest. To call a protest, it is important that many people show up. But it does not mean that if many people do not show up, it has failed. For Ambazonia to free herself from Cameroon, it will require multiple actions, multiple things. Much more so, it will require us to be organized. It will require us to be efficient so that we can maximize our chances to free Ambazonia. On the ground is where the hard work needs to be done. We need to boot Cameroon out of our territory, make sure that Cameroon spend more to maintain Ambazonia than they receive from Ambazonia. That is why it's very important that we sabotage Cameroon economically, and we also stop them from administering our territory. The Ambazonian Defense Forces in Bamenda yesterday arrested an Ambazonian who was helping the Cameroon government to make identity cards in Ambazonia. Those type of arrests are very important. Nobody should work for La République du Cameroon as an administrator in Ambazonia. Nobody should work for them. Nobody. That is how you kick them out. I'll publish a video that I've received from the forces so that our people can be aware and not enable Cameroon occupation of Ambazonia in any shape or form. Capo Daniel, looking out for you, signing off.